Hi everyone, Chris here with My Old House Fix, and we have made it to part 3, Radiator Restoration, how to remove those stubborn shutoff valves. As you can see, we almost have these radiators ready to go out to sandblast, have them all cleaned up, repainted, powder coated, whatever you feel like. We just want to recap real fast the 3 steps that we took. We outlined 3 methods to remove these shutoff valves. One was the spud wrench, and it didn't work out too well. As you can see, it fits very loosely, so if they're really tight, the spud wrench doesn't really work too well, but it did help out. We did use it for method number 2, the pipe wrench, so it actually helped to keep the fitting from collapsing. You can put the pipe wrench on, brass is soft so it collapses easy, and we're able to get 3 of the 4 out this way. And you guys are in for a treat this week. We had to do part 3 because when you're working on things with an old house, things always go wrong, right? So we got 3 of the fittings out. Easy enough. But the 4th one was a little more difficult. So we put the pipe wrench on it, and what happens? It busted. So now what do? And really, for some people, this is the preferred method. They'll skip the first 2 and just jump straight to taking a hacksaw, sawzall, cut the fitting off here, and go to the 3rd step, which we're going to outline today because this one busted. And the 3rd step is to cut the fitting out. Now you want to be really careful. If you do cut the fitting, you'll cut it across, and then it'll look like this. You want to be really careful because there are threads in here. You don't want to damage those. You can see the threads. You don't want to damage those threads in there, so you want to be really careful. So what we'll do is we come in here with a hacksaw, and you'll cut through the fitting, usually just in one place. Sometimes people might want to cut a few to make it collapse, but usually just takes one groove down the middle, because we'll be removing that groove there and allow this to collapse as we chisel it out. So you'll make one cut through here, and you usually have at least a good 1/16 of an inch, if not a full 1/8 of an inch. As you can see, the fitting is pretty thick here. So you've got about 1/16 to maximum maybe 1/8 of an inch. You can see this cut here. Not quite all the way through the threads. You just don't want to damage the threads. That's the big thing here, right? So after we've cut through the threads there, brass is softer, so you will feel if it does hit the steel threads. That center section has been removed. So then we come in, and you want to lightly chisel out and pick out that inner piece there. As you can see, it's already removed at the head of the chisel there. So now you have a nice area where that is chiseled out. This fitting can now collapse. And you can try a few different methods, but usually the easiest one is to just turn the chisel in here, and you can see the marks, and just start chiseling this out and bumping it with your hammer. Because you have this centerpiece here removed, it's not as tight fitting into the radiator there, and you end up just chiseling it out. So boom, 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 boom. Keep going around. You do have an 1/8 of an inch here where you're not going to hit your threads, as you can see. So you do have a little protection. And just chisel this bad boy around until it pops loose. Screw it out. And there you go. So as you can see, there's the fitting. Cut through the middle, chisel the middle piece out, and you're good to go. Threads are okay. No damage to the threads. And now these radiators are ready to go out to be cleaned up and get painted. So we'll take these out, they'll be sandblasted, painted, and restore them to their former glory. So there we go. That finishes up the 3-part series, how to remove your stubborn fittings. 1, spud wrench, 2, the pipe wrench, and last but not least, number 3, cut the fitting and chisel out. Alright, well, I hope you guys learned a little something on radiator restoration. Good luck to y'all out there, and we'll talk to you soon. See you guys.